Classic motorcycles are getting more and more popular for years now, and it is difficult to tell the difference between an abundance of classic motorcycles, and the lines get increasingly blurred as time passes, and it takes an experienced eye to tell the difference. So, let's find out the different distinctions between these magnificent classic motorcycles in today's video. A cafe racer is a lightweight motorcycle designed for speed and control rather than comfort. The definition is still accurate. These small motorcycles have a long history, particularly in their name. The name originated in the 1960s among British motorcyclists who would strip their bikes of superfluous parts and race between cafes. These short rides functioned as races amongst young riders, giving rise to the phrase cafe racer. Cafe racers are fundamental motorcycles at their heart. The engines are tuned and modified to boost the performance of the motorcycle. The motorcycle has a low riding posture throughout, with indentations in the fuel tank for knee grips because of the riding position, the rear set footrest, and foot controls. This is the heritage of 1950s racing motorcycles. The front handlebars are normally latch-on and facing downwards. The majority of today's custom cafe racers feature a flat seat that flows smoothly with the gas tank. Some cafe racers have fairings placed up front to boost aerodynamics and prevent being blasted in the face by a 200 km/h wind. The Scrambler is a unique sort of bike that is difficult to categorize, but one thing is certain. This is a bike that can go off-road and in the streets. Since the 1950s and 1960s, the word Scrambler has been used to designate a street bike with off-road capabilities in the United States. The term, however, has its origin far further back in the 1920s, when British riders raced across a variety of terrains. According to urban legend, a British observer of the time referred to one of these races as quite a scrambler, and the word stuck. A scrambler is a healthy combination of a retro old bike with a higher than usual riding height and shocks, as well as dual-purpose tires, pared down to the basic necessities in today's custom bike scene. Clocks are typically compact and located near the handlebars. The handlebars themselves are strengthened across their width and wider. Headlamps are more compact and positioned on shorter brackets. Exhausts are often high level. Seats are shorter and occasionally thicker. And wheels are always spoked on aluminium rims. Why, you may wonder? Well, scramblers equal dirt, and dirt equals fun. And fun means falling over, showing pieces that protrude too much are snapped off or bent. The Street Tracker is just a street legal motorcycle that has been constructed or modified to resemble and frequently perform like a flat track racer. As super hooligan racing grew in popularity, the bikes used in the series became popular platforms for this type of customization. There are Indian Scout Trackers, the rare Ducati Scrambler or Star Bolt, and the most popular tracker conversion choice by far, the Harley-Davidson Sportster. The tall tail section with a long solo seat curving up towards the back, mid-controls or rear set, and Superbike or MX style handlebars are typical of this appearance. Other performance-oriented components, such as bending and adjustable levers and enhanced suspension and brakes, are typical to help the motorcycles appear and feel more like the race bikes that inspire them. Rat Style is a custom style created and popularized by Go Takamine, whose garage, Brat Style, has the same name. Go has been producing motorcycles under the Brat Style brand in Tokyo and Long Beach, California, for over 20 years. As with many custom styles, giving a clear description is difficult, but there are some stylistic features and parts that are constant throughout all Brat-type motorcycles. To begin, rat-style bikes are often uncut, stock frames with swing arms and complete suspension. To maintain the basic appearance, the seat is frequently replaced by a long, flat bench seat or a smashed solo seat. Any extraneous components such as huge blinkers, mirrors, reflectors, or anything else are usually deleted. Mid-mounted foot controls or rear sets are widespread, while flat bars, MX-style bars, superbike handlebars, or something similar are common. A chopper is a motorcycle that has been modified from an original motorcycle design or manufactured from ground up to achieve an authentic quote-unquote chopper look. A chopper's key distinguishing features are its larger frame design and a stretched front end or rake. To produce a longer front end, the fabricator will tilt the frame's neck at a lower angle and install a longer fork while the frame is being developed. Another distinguishing feature of a chopper design is the lack of rear suspension, which means that the motorcycle's frame extends from the neck or from the front of the frame all the way to the rear wheel. This can make riding the motorcycle, of course, extremely difficult and make the ride more quote-unquote bumpy. These characteristics may appear extreme to some, but they are required for the intended image. A bobber, often known as a bob job from the 1930s throughout the 1990s, is a type of classic motorcycle. Bobbers initially appeared on the scene in the 1920s. When Harley-Davidson's J-Series V-Twin was released, owners began to prefer a lowered bike, so they started utilizing smaller diameter wheels, cutting down the frame and shortening the back part. It didn't take long for this to catch on, and the California cut-down phase began. Owners had motorcycles that were not only stylish but also performed better than stock bikes available at the time. And that's where the bob job was created. Anything on a motorcycle that is considered excessive or needed is removed to decrease weight and give it a minimalistic aesthetic in an effort to make it lighter and of course quicker. Fenders, lights, mirrors, and everything else that didn't assist in making the bike quicker were removed back in the day. Any pieces that do not affect the bike's operation are now deleted. And yes guys, the video is now over, so if you like my videos, make sure to press the like button, make sure to press the subscribe button if you want to follow me on my journey of loving motorcycles, and of course, make sure to press the notification bell. Don't press none. Goodbye!